Hi, Aries. Welcome to your reading. My name is Edgar Mendez, and I'm going to be doing an Aries only reading. I don't do these very often. I want to thank you all for being here. Thank you for sharing time and space with me, and all the love and likes and comments that you all give me. I do appreciate it. I want to give a little reminder. I do have a lot of services up. I have private one-on-one readings, live readings for live stream readings, as well as pre-recorded readings, and I'm also doing community candle, healing. I actually have healing open as well. So yeah, I have a lot of stuff I don't normally open, right? If you are interested in getting into that stuff, check it out. I am doing healing though. They said to mention that to you. Don't forget about the healing. All right. But again, just thank you for being here. And today's theme that we're going to be focusing on is, what does your person regret most? It's actually one of my favorite readings to do. It's very healing and it helps us release. So make sure you are using it in that way. But it is I actually love this one anyway. But let's see. So let's take a look here. Who's going to be answering? We have Saint Germain, who steps forward to answer this day. Saint Germain, can you tell me what's currently happening with Aries' person and their life right now? I do feel like this person is working at a sucky job. It could be a dead end job. It's actually what I got, but it doesn't have to be. It's a job that they don't really feel like they can keep moving in and keep growing in and keep that is actually challenging them. I know that when we first start looking for a job, I know when I first started looking, I didn't really care about what I did, right? I didn't really care as long as it paid the bills, as long as I was able to do what I wanted to do or have the things I wanted to have. I kind of didn't care that much about what I was doing. And now that I've reached the level I've reached, now that I am the person, I'm transforming into like the prophet, right? I look back at that and think I was crazy to think such a thing, right? And I feel like this is someone who's currently in that energy where they're they don't really see it as a problem, but it's crazy to settle in any part of our life, and especially when it comes to career and purpose, right? And that's kind of where they are right now. They're very unsatisfied. I do feel like they have vices that help them stave off some of the dissatisfaction that they have currently in their life. And what I mean by that is, like, it could be drinking, drugs, it could be partying, hooking up, it could be um I don't know, like I don't know what else people do for party, but you know what I'm saying, right? And this is someone who's they have those escapes, and that does help, but it is an issue, right? It is an issue. Anyway, let's see. What else is currently happening in this person's life right now? Saint Germain and Aries' person's life. What's going on with them? I do feel like they have some issues from familial connections. Felt specifically from Saint Germain, their mother. They have to heal something with their mother. But I feel like this is someone who has rocky connections with their family and connections that are not very satisfactory. And all the areas of this person's life are very. mm, I want to say they very much suck. But I don't. That wasn't the word I was calling for. But I was looking for another one, but they cannot come anyway. But it's like all their areas of their life just are bland, blasé. There is the word. Yes, are all blasé. And this is someone who's sitting here looking at their life and not quite happy with it, not satisfied with it. One of the things that Metatron just chimed in and said that this person did is that it ran from your connection because it was too intense. But now they're going back to boredom, and they're looking at this and think, I'd rather have intensity. I'd rather have things that feel like your skin's a little bit on fire, not in a literal sense, or maybe why not, right? But you know what I'm saying, right? That it feels almost too much, and you go back to have something that feels like nothing, and you're like, no. And this is someone where they're looking back at you and looking back at this connection, and they're starting to think that the intensity isn't so bad. In fact, I actually like it. I think at first it was too much, and that may have caused them. Actually, I think that really did just cause this person to just run from you, and kind of like, honestly, for some of you, I feel like this person may have mistreated you and tossed you to the side, or just like ditched you, right? It feels like that, or started a fight that was stupid and it didn't make any sense. But it's like stuff like that. I feel like it was the intensity of the connection that was causing them to do that. And now that they are without that intensity, and I do feel without now, they are missing it. Yeah. So let's see. So can you tell me, Saint Germain, how does this person currently feel right now about Aries? There's a lot of regret here. I do feel like this person didn't honor you or treat you right. The words I'm getting exactly are treating you with respect, treating you like the way that you deserve to be treated. I feel like because this person was having a lot going on in their head, in their mind, in their body, it caused this person to not really see you for you and not really value you for you. And that caused this person, I feel, to toss you aside or treat you like an option. And that is something that they have a really hard time in the chest space, the heart space with. It's like they just, it kind of feels like, okay, I'm gonna give you an example that Saint Germain brought forward. It's like it's almost like this person was talking to you and stuff like that, but they were never facing you, so they never really understood what they should be seeing here. And I know that that sounds like it's craziness, right? I'm sure they did face you, maybe, right? But I think energetically they were not facing you. They were not. Their eyes weren't on you, and and because of that, they weren't able to value you the way that you should be valued. And it's one of the biggest regrets, because they see what they didn't see now. Yeah, so they see what they didn't see now, but they couldn't back then. Yeah. I was like, is that right? Sorry. I was like kissing my cat. Anyway, their hair gets everywhere on my face. So, can you tell me any more regrets that they have towards Aries? They pick something over you, as well. For a lot of yous, I want to say a lifestyle. That's what I got originally, right, for what's going on in this person's life. But it could be another person as well. They definitely picked something over you. It's like they had a choice between you and something else. But again, they weren't seeing you. So it was like, I'll just take that, right? And they really made a mistake with that one. They took something they shouldn't have taken. And I know that we can look at that logically and be all angry at it. But in reality, we learn from mistakes, not successes, right? No one ever learns from a success. You learn when you make that mistake. And they've learned the hard way, and they will never not value you now, right? They will never not treat you good now, right? This is someone who's so clear about what they want to do, and they get it because they understand your worth because they don't have it anymore. And it is one of those classic things, but it's the truth here, by the way. You never know what you had till it's gone, because we can never really miss something, until it's no longer around, and in like a more of a permanent way, right? You know what I mean? Like, not like, oh, you're on vacation. No, like something that, when you lose it, you lose it. And this is someone who feels like they really have lost you. There's a lot of regret here, and they know that the way that they treated you was the cause of it, and them not valuing you was the cause of it, and the choices that they were making as a result of those things is what caused it. All right, how else are they currently feeling right now towards Aries? Pissed at the self, yeah. Very angry at the self. I feel like they also take out their frustration and their anger out on people around them. They're in that triggered state. Whenever anyone's triggered, it's like you cannot deal with people, right? It's real annoying, and it's like anytime they do something annoying, it's just like, oh, and it feels like that as well. Like, this is someone who's very much triggered, by the fact that they've lost you. Alrighty. Can you tell me more, Saint Germain? How does what regrets does this person have right now the most towards? That's very interesting. I don't. It doesn't matter, man or woman that you are. It doesn't matter. But one of the things that really did impact your dynamic with this person has to do with their relationship with their mother. And I know it sounds crazy, right? They could have been abandoned, or they could have actually had them in their life. Honestly, sorry, I was watching like the Kardashians, and Chloe was saying, one day we all screw up our children, and it's just that it really does happen, right? Whether we want it to or not. But this person's mom had was not concerned about ruining their child. I feel like they actually there's a very strong and very big mother wound on this person, and that mother wound was projected at you. And I feel every time you're trying to give this person nurturing energy or love or understanding or compassion, all the energies that we associate with feminine energy, right? That purity of love, right? All that energy we associate with feminine energy, you were trying to give them, right? And it triggered them. I know it sounds like it's crazy. Like, why would this love that it's pure trigger them? It had nothing to do with you. It had to do with what they've already gone through. But it was the type of energy you were giving to them, that was causing the trigger, and it was making this person like I feel like that, like it's like just it's if you ever see people in your mind's eye, you see them doing this. It's funny anyway. But if for anyone who doesn't have their third eye open or activated. It's hard for you to understand what I say when I say the mind's eye, but I always see this. So every time I'm walking past someone, I see like an action that they do that's directed at me, and I'm like, wow. Anyway, but it's real crazy. But if I can see this with this person when you were interacting with them, but it comes from their mother, and it is one of their regrets. Their mother had a very toxic relationship with them, very much strings attached, always manipulating, always coercive, and using love as a weapon. Yeah, this person is very used to that experience as well. And when they couldn't really, sorry, I don't mean to laugh. I don't mean to laugh. I swear. But when they couldn't figure out your angle, it made them even more triggered. If they figured out your angle, oh, you're just like wanting me for this or something like that, but you didn't seem to want anything from them, right? You wanted this person for them, and it's like they couldn't figure out that angle because they were never accustomed to that, and it was quite triggering too. Anyway, it was just all there. But I feel like they see you now for you, and they value you as well, and they really do appreciate all that you've brought into their life. And it comes with it comes more like a silver lining though, right? Because they've what they did, how things transpired, and how everything played out, it was painful for you and painful for them. And I know that we would love to think, I know I don't think I'm not there. I was not there with you, right? But we would love to think that we don't have to move to those painful things to learn those lessons, right? But can we be real about how stubborn we all are, and how often we go through a lesson before we finally learn it? Can we be real about that? This lesson that this person did happen many times, right? Before it hit you. And probably vice versa. Who knows, right? But we all know that. Like, we all get it, right? I remember all the lessons that my twin brought into my life. I learned many times before my twin brought it in and made it the worst. It was so, there was no, sure, it may have been the worst with my twin, but I was learning that lesson repeatedly, never actually absorbing it, right? So we can all go, throw a fit, right? But in reality, I understand humans very well, and I know how stubborn that we are and how much we resist. And it's just what it is. Anyway, is there any guidance or anything else or any other regrets that they have right now towards Aries? I do feel they had a lot with you that they never appreciated. Like, this is when you were in this person's life, you gave them amazing feelings and amazing energy and kind of an amazing experience. And it's like, oh, 1 second, Aries. I'm so sorry, Aries. I'm like cooking food and I put it on, and I had to hit a boil. It's like, wait, I started this. Put it on high, but it was okay. There was no spillage or anything. So anyway, that's what happened. That's what happened. But this person had everything they could possibly ask for when you were in their life, and they didn't appreciate it. One of their biggest regrets is to not really like late, no, not late in it, but I want to say embrace it when they had it. And now this is someone who's very much missing you and missing that experience. Is there any guidance that you have right now, Saint Germain, to Aries, for them? One of the things that Saint Germain does say is that when we give more compassion and love and understanding to people, right, it makes our life easier. And I know that this connection very triggering, and it may be hard for you to move in that direction, but you will one day. I gotta be real. Can I be real with all of you? You will. I know you will, because I did it, right? And it may take you 15 years. It may take you 20, right? But in reality, you will move through that compassion. It may take the next life to do it, right? It don't really matter technically, but you can do it now, right? You can do it now and just save yourself a lot of grief, right? And save yourself a lot of frustration. I remember when I was at that stage when I was so angry, so pissed off, I couldn't believe what happened to me. And the beings of light, I didn't even know I was talking to them at the time, but the beings of light kept telling me this. You're making your life worse by doing this to yourself. That's what they told me. And they kept telling me repeatedly, you're making your life worse. You're wasting time. You need to go, move already. That's what they kept telling me again and again and again. And I tell you this, Aries, you don't have to suffer. You can choose to forgive. and you can choose to release, and you can choose to hold compassion and understanding for people. And it makes your life so much better. So it is the guidance that's coming with you from Saint Germain. Is there any last thing that you want to give to the Aries viewers? I feel some of yous may be because I opened up a lot of stuff like the beans, like they asked me, like open up healing, open up one-on-one private readings, and open up like the community candle and the self-love. I did the class already, but they've been guiding me to do that stuff. If you are feeling called to me or anyone else to get healed or to have a service done, get it. The longer you put this off, the longer it's going to take, right? And that's just the message that's coming through. And they're bringing up the fact that I'm offering the healing now. I don't know. I woke up today and they said open up healing. I haven't had healing opened up, and I actually opened up temporary, and I had one thing and I closed it, but I had it opened up for like 6 months now. And they've said open it up today. So I'm doing your reading today that I opened up my healing. So I just want to say that. And I want to thank you for being here. Don't forget to like and comment. Don't forget to check out all of my services as well. Anything else that sticks out, only get it if you feel called to it. There really is no point if you're not called to it yet. All right. I love you, Aries. I thank you, and bye.